Have you wondered that you can connect DynamoDB from your desktop or laptop and you can work as interactively as possible as you are working in AWS DynamoDB console? If you have wondered that it is not possible or you have faced any challenge, then this is the right video for you. How to work locally on DynamoDB without incurring any cost until and unless you are ready with production grade system of DynamoDB, right? If you are working on data modeling in DynamoDB, if you have to test some operation, some query, if you are working on access patterns, then you need not to go to AWS console. Then you can directly work from your desktop or laptop by downloading DynamoDB local on your desktop, as well as NoSQL Workbench for DynamoDB. This NoSQL Workbench is the best GUI which helps to develop and test the data model in DynamoDB on your local system. So in this video I am going to show you the demo of how you can download the NoSQL Workbench, from where you can download this NoSQL Workbench, using which you can work on DynamoDB locally. So I have opened a link here, right? NoSQL Workbench for DynamoDB. It helps in data modeling, data visualization and operation building, right? Please make a note that you will have to have DynamoDB local on your system, or you will have to have AWS access key and secret key to work it from your local desktop to AWS console DynamoDB. So let me not confuse you further. So in this video I have already downloaded NoSQL Workbench. I have already set up DynamoDB local on my system. In case you have not watched my other video on DynamoDB local setup, please watch that. Link will be there on description section of this video. I will place this download link also here in this description section. Click on download, and from here you can download it for Windows, Mac OS or Linux system, whichever operating system you are using. Select the appropriate version and start downloading it. Now let me start NoSQL Workbench. So now I am starting DynamoDB on my local machine. If you see here, I am giving the path here and pressing enter. It is opened here and you can see that NoSQL Workbench for Amazon DynamoDB. It loads sample data models also, like some discussion forum data model, bookmarks data model, employee and other data models are also there. From here you can create a new data model, right? Name, author, description. Then import data model. We can import the existing NoSQL Workbench model JSON or CloudFormation template out of that. There is a tutorial also getting started with DynamoDB NoSQL Workbench from SQL to NoSQL. Again, it will take me to some online tutorial, right? Then resources, documentation and all those things. On the left hand side, if you see, again there are three components, main components, which we can talk about: data modeler, visualizer and operation builder. Data modeler, where we are going to start creating the data model. Let us say we want to create the data model for an online grocery system or e-commerce system, right? Then we can start modeling that data using this option, data modeler. Then how will that data look like from here, and then operational builder. If I load it, the existing one, this one, let us see, employee data model. I click on import. Now it is there in the data modeler side, right? It is loaded and there is a table called employee and there are two GSIs mentioned here. Forget about GSI in case you are not aware of it, right? I will be covering all these concepts, core concepts of DynamoDB in my coming videos in this video series. So right now you can assume that GSI is nothing but another table which is named as name, and another table is direct reports. And employees, we can see that JSON view of data model. This is the JSON view, attribute view, that attribute name, type and key type. This is login alias, name is this. Table has only partition key, it does not have any sort key. It says that key type is partition key. Other attributes of this employee is first name, last name, manager, login alias, right, designation and skills. Now if we visualize this data model, that how will this data look like, right? I can click here and see how this data will look like. That also I can see from here. After clicking on this visualize, I can see this, right? I can see that login alias, partition key, attributes, what is the value of each of the attributes. I can see GSI name, primary key, attributes, direct reports, correct? So partition key is manager, login alias. For this GSI is there, right? And same way this one. So the purpose here is to show you this NoSQL Workbench, not to make you afraid of all these terms GSI and all those things. Please be patient, stay tuned, and lot of new concepts will come on your way in the upcoming weeks or days. Now we have visualized it. If we go to operation builder and we connect to our local host, it will say that localhost. If you remember from my previous video in DynamoDB localhost, we created two tables. One was music and we entered three values there. We can view it from here, and school was empty because there was no record we entered in that table, right? But still we are not able to see this data model or visualizer. So what we will have to do is we will have to commit this to Amazon DynamoDB. We can connect to one of these connections. In my case it is localhost. I will commit it and data will go to this operation builder. If I click on open, you can see that employee table has come here, and I can query this table from here itself. I can go there, expand operations, choose an operation. Let us say query. I want to query, and which table I want to employ. Partition key, let us say, or music. I remember this Neeraj we added, right? If I run it, we get two records, right? Query successful. Same way, if I run on employee table, let us say John's, I copy it and I run it here, employee John's, run, and there is one record returned, right? So this is how we can perform almost all the operations like query, update, put item, delete item, get, and so on. Now let me show you. I will add a new data here. Let me add select operation. Now let us add an item, put item, in employee, partition or music I will add. So I will add baby, and short key could be musical demo, right? So short key is mandatory here, and if I run here, put item successful. Now I go to music and you can see that musical demo, and from here I can increase the item counts per page also. It is 100, right? So this way, if I click on operation builder again, from here I can select the default learning, SLS learning, and so on. And if you see here, if we go to operation builder, or if I go to connections here, so here it is remote, this is also remote, right? Now you will be wondering that how it is showing remote. This is linked with AWS credentials configured on your operating system. In my case, I have these 3 to 4 AWS credential setup on my machine. That is why it is showing 4. So the point which I am trying to make here is that you need not to go to AWS console to connect to DynamoDB. All those operations you can perform right away from NoSQL Workbench, right? So you just need to connect from here. In my case, it may not connect because I have already changed some of the configurations. Let us see if I am able to connect. I think no, right? Because it is not showing any operation, no database table and all. And one thing which you would have to note down here is that using operation builder, you will not be able to create any table. First, you will have to create a data model, then using visualizer, add data in that data model, right? Then commit that data using this option, commit to Amazon DynamoDB, to whichever connection. Add a new remote connection. We can add like access key, secret key, region, and all those things. It will be saved in my profile section on my local operating system, from where I will be able to connect. So don't worry, stay tuned. I will show you this step also in the demo. First of all, let us see a new data model. How can we create it? So here, new data model I am going to create. Let us say I want to create a university data model. Author Neeraj Garg, YouTuber. Description university demo. Create. Right now you see here 2 data models are there. We are working on this university. Click on this tables, table name, students, partition key, it is student underscore ID, string type, and here I would say email, right? Student ID, or we can say roll number, right? And here I can say class. Then here I can add other attributes also, like age. Then I can add some global secondary index also, but for now I will keep it simple. Add table definition. Done, right? Students table is created. Now what we can do is we can visualize this data model. On the right hand side, it is showing me that table name, attributes. I can edit it from here, right? I can visualize it from here, and if I click here, right now you won't be able to see any value here. If I click on update, we will get an option, add data, edit data, import CSV file. If I click on add data, here I can see that roll number is, let us say, 101, class is 7, age is, let us say, 13, add new row 102. Of course I have not added a name here. You can add the name also, 7, right, 13, and save it. When I click on commit, it will ask me again localhost commit, right? And when I go to connection, I will see students table also here, right? Here I can query based upon here query, choose table, students 101, let us say, run. It has returned me this record, right? So I hope you are able to follow me along. In case you have any doubt, any question, please feel free to post your query in the comment section of this video, or on any of my social channels mentioned in the description section of this video, and I will be more than glad to assist you in this. Now coming to this connection part, here again you can add a new connection. How can you get your access key and secret key? Let me show you that also. So I have logged in to AWS console now, and here I am typing IAM. Again I have bookmarked it. Click on IAM. Users, the user for which you want to have your access key and secret key generated, click on this username, go to security credentials, and then here create access key. Please make sure that this user has the IAM role to create this access key. So in my case there is already one access key generated, so I will make this as inactive, deactivate, and I will delete it also. I will copy it and paste it, delete. Right, I will create a new access key for this demo. So I'm saving it somewhere, okay, right, or you can download it in a CSV file also. Once you have downloaded it, you can start using it in your programs or from AWS CLI, right? So I will record another video where I will show you that how to download AWS CLI and how to configure and run some commands in that. And one more thing, please don't expose this access key and secret key in GitHub or anything. So for that there are another services from AWS where you can safely save this access key and secret key for different environments, like Secret Manager is one of them. So please make use of that service or some other service through which you can securely and safely get this information without exposing it in the code. We have just downloaded the access key and secret key which we are going to use to connect to DynamoDB. Before that, I want to show you that this table does not exist in my DynamoDB. Click on DynamoDB, tables. There is no table. Please note a region here, North Virginia, right? Now I am going to commit it to Amazon DynamoDB, add a new remote connection, right? That is what I am going to do. So I will say remote connection Dynamo video, AWS region. I want to select US East 1 because this is US East 1. You can see that, right? US East 1. Now I will copy that access key and secret key which we have just generated. So this is the access key and secret key which I am going to use to commit to this particular account, right? US region, the region is US East 1, right? And you can see that if I want to persist connection, this will be saved at this path, user neerajgarg.aws.credentials, but I don't want to save this connection, right? I am clicking on commit and let us see what happens. So new connection has been established, successfully committed to DynamoDB. This is the message which is coming on the right bottom of the screen. And if I go to tables now, if I refresh it, let us see, here you go, right? Students table has been created. The provisioned capacity is 1 by default because we didn't use that, right? Let us go to indexes or items, and you can see that the same two items have been created here, right? And if I want to view these items, I can click here on open, and now this is the data which it is showing me from this connection, remote connection, right? And then region, and if I select another region, I will not be able to see any table, right? So this is the power of NoSQL Workbench. Either you can connect to DynamoDB running on your local machine, or you can connect to DynamoDB running on AWS console, right? and you can select regions, tables, operations, right? Whatever you want to do, you can run it from there. Let me run an operation here. Like, let me select query, which table, students table. I want to see 101 only. I will say run, and it says that query successful. If I, let us say, press 105, then it will say no item return. So that is how you can use this NoSQL Workbench, and I hope you have liked this video. You will find it useful when you start working on DynamoDB and start using NoSQL Workbench. You will find it way useful than working on AWS DynamoDB, AWS console, right? So this will be a value addition to your toolkit of learning, right? So please post your comments in the comment section of this video so that I come to know that whether it has added something into your knowledge base or not. In case you want me to improve on something, cover something, right, then also you're most welcome. Please feel free to request any kind of video which I can build on big data, AWS EMR, Glue ETL, DynamoDB, serverless, AWS Lambda, API gateway, Node.js, React.js. There are so many things, QuickSight, Tableau. So I will be trying to help you in all those aspects, especially on MongoDB, DynamoDB data modeling, right? That is my core strength. So I can help you a lot in any of these, including Apache Spark also. So in the end, thank you so much for watching this video thus far. See you in my next video.